There are five senses that we all know, like, we touch, hear, see. We could experience things through all these senses in human beings, right? Out of five senses, three are more important, where we could see, we could hear, we could speak. And these are very important senses, and that helps us to fuse things into our mind, where we could see, analyze, and probably speak about it. So the multimodal nature of LLMs, or the multimodal nature of this entire generative AI landscape, is very important to bring in such sort of experience that we kind of like have as human beings, like where we fuse in the regular senses, like say where we could see it, analyze, and probably explain that thing in a creative manner, or probably tell a story about what we are seeing, or probably we could hear, say the model or the system that we are probably designing is going to hear it, synthesize what is being said, and then probably represent that in maybe an image, right? So I think till now the capabilities of any AI system would stop at some point, or like would excel at only one area. Now we are seeing that future in with multimodal nature of the large language model arena or any other place. We are seeing that wherein you could probably synthesize the information that is being given through an image, like you are trying to add the capability of AI, and then you are probably adding a speaker or something, wherein, or microphone, through which the words that are spoken are again analyzed and then probably transcribed, or probably represented further, given as an input to another image model, or the same model, right, and to be represented as an image. So there are fusing of all these senses is the multimodal nature of building the next step. And there are so many models which are really popular. The lava architecture, LLaVA, it's not the baklava, but then the lava architecture is very important and interesting to look at. There are so many fine tunes of the regular text models that enable the text model to see, hear, and understand. There are many interesting experiments and many agents that are done with the same approach. So the multimodality is an area that is being further explored, and I believe the open source has a lot of models, and a lot of models to come, and like especially in the LLaMA series, to kind of like build this multimodal future. Especially one model that I personally probably like looked at. So there are many models which are trained under this lava series or lava architecture, like fusing the vision into the regular language model type. And there are many famous entrants, or like the famous GPT-4V, which has the vision capabilities. That's anyway there. But also the lava series of open source models, like say Fire Lava. And there are many fine tunes of llama models for this sort of like vision capabilities that are coming up. There is one from NOS research called Obsidian, which are like 3 billion parameters, I guess, like, or maybe I'm wrong, but then like somewhere smaller models which are also gaining the vision capabilities that are probably could be shipped directly onto the different form factors and readily available for inference. So the multimodal nature will enable us what smartphones has enabled us with when it comes to taking photos. Similar manner, I think the language model fused with the vision gains better capabilities, and for us developers, it's just another API. At this point, it looks like the large language models or the image models or text to speech models does everything by itself. But there are smaller parameters that you would have heard, like the context size or the number of parameters that these models are trained on. Like 7 billion parameters, 40, 50, 60, 70, 400 billion parameters. So we'll condense, or like we'll make sure that the model retains the knowledge, but also like gives out certain information. That also brings in new problems actually. And one such name that you would keep hearing as a use case that pops up every now and then, and also let newer systems to interact with this particular trend called generative AI, is called RAG. RAG is Retrieval-Augmented Generation, and it's very near to the search engine or the search technology or information retrieval technology, very relevant to this entire science of retrieving the information or real-time information from a system. So RAG is nothing but augmenter, additional context builder to these large language models, because they have limited memory. Think of it like a RAM that is condensed or limited to, say, certain amount of characters it could understand. So if you are having a large language model that could only take in, say, one line of text, and you have asked an information, and the RAG system would potentially kind of like bring in the additional context, and then augment it with new information, and then the large language model could synthesize that information, and analyze that and probably generate a response. That's why it is called retrieval augmented generation, and through which you would be able to generate more, add more real-time sources, and generate more responses that are qualitative in nature, and would also yield better results when it comes to more commercial use cases. So RAGs are one such use case that are more popular. I think you would have been already seen many of these RAGs that are deployed. There are many tools that enable developers to build RAGs, and if you are a developer, you should definitely look at starting your journey with generative AI, probably building a RAG. It's as good as build simple microservice or building an API in today's world. So RAG is one very large, big use case, actually, very large use case that enables a lot of people to get started with LLMs.